Welcome back to the Gem Faceting series with GemSim. Today in episode 3, we're doing something super exciting. We're cutting a classic, the standard round brilliant, from scratch. By the end of this episode, you'll have a finished virtual gemstone cut step by step using nothing but your browser and GemSim. Let's get started. And if you want to follow along, the facet diagram for this round brilliant is linked in the video description. Feel free to grab it and cut along with me. Let's get started. First, head over to gemsim.net. It works right in your browser, on desktop, tablet, or even your phone. No installation needed. To start fresh, click the New button at the top left. You'll see a pop-up warning that your current design will be lost. That's fine. Hit Continue. Now we're looking at a blank workspace. On the left is the 3D view showing a rough cube, our starting material. On the right, we see an empty tier table ready to build our gem design. Before we start cutting, let's take a quick look at the GemSim interface. On the right panel, you'll see a row of buttons: New, Open, Save, Share, and Download. Everything you need to manage your designs. We won't go over these in detail right now, but don't worry, we'll cover how to use them effectively in a future episode. Just below that is the gear index setting. This defines how many parts the circle is divided into, basically. How many positions your index gear has. Here's a picture of a real 96 index gear, with a rough stone attached to the dop using resin. You can see the gear's markings. These help you align each facet precisely on a real faceting machine. And here's another shot showing index gears with other common counts, like 80. Different designs use different gears, but 96 is by far the most common. Next is the rough size, showing the X, Y, and Z dimensions of the stone. You can tweak this if you want to simulate different rough shapes. And here's the main section we'll be working in, the tier table. Every row here is a set of facets called a tier, and they're cut in order from top to bottom. Let's dive in. We'll follow the round, brilliant diagram step by step, starting with the girdle. Click Add Tier. Change the type to girdle. GemSim automatically sets the angle to 90. Perfect. Now click the Indices column to open the Edit Indices window. From the drop-down, select Custom. You can simply copy and paste the indices right into the box. No need to type them by hand. And by the way, there are even easier ways to specify common index patterns. We'll show you some quick tricks in an upcoming episode. This cutting plane shows the position of the facet at index 3. You'll also see colored axes to help orient yourself. The blue axis points toward the center of the stone. It's your cutting direction. Try clicking and dragging along the axis to move the cutting plane. As you move it, the yellow area shows the actual facet being cut. Watch how it updates in real time. So cool! Make sure all 16 facets appear evenly spaced around the stone. Once everything looks good, click the check mark in the action column to confirm the tier. Boom! The girdle is done. That's just the first tier, but it's the foundation of everything that comes after. Next, we'll move on to the pavilion tiers. Our next tier is P1, with the same indices as the girdle. Click Add Tier and change the type to Pavilion. Set the angle to 44. Here's a tip. Instead of typing the indices again, click the Indices column, then select the previous G1 tier from the drop-down. Super fast. Once applied, you'll see the pavilion facets appear below the girdle. Make sure they're symmetrical and that all 16 facets come together perfectly at the bottom center point. That's how you know it's correctly aligned. Click the check icon to confirm. That's our P1 tier done. Next up, P2 is the main pavilion break facets. Click Add Tier, set type to Pavilion, angle to 42, and set indices accordingly. You might not see facets right away. That's because the cutting plane starts above the rough. Drag it below the stone to bring it into view. Now carefully drag it up until it just touches the rough. You'll see yellow edges outlining the facet. To precisely cut to a meeting point, just click on that point in the model. A white ball will appear, and the cutting plane snaps right to it. Perfect alignment. This cut-to-meet point tool is super powerful, and it mirrors what real gem cutters do when the diagram says cut to meet. Once all 8 facets are meeting correctly, confirm the tier. We're done with the pavilion. Let's work on the crown now, starting with C1, same 16 main indices as the girdle. Click Add Tier, change type to Crown, set angle to 32, and use the same indices as girdle. Adjust the cutting plane to make sure it intersects smoothly with the girdle facets. The goal is a seamless join along the girdle line. Confirm all 16 facets are aligned. Instead of starting from scratch, we'll copy the C1 tier to create C2. Click the copy icon in the action column of C1. Now, update the new tier's angle to 28 and indices to 09-21-dot. Use the same snapping trick. Click a meet point on the model and the cutting plane will adjust to pass through it. It's fast and accurate. Click to confirm the tier. Click Copy on C2, then update the angle to 13 and change indices accordingly. Snap to a meet point to make sure everything lines up with the previous facets. Confirm the tier, and we're nearly done. Last but not least, the table, the flat top of the gem. Add one final tier. Set type to table. GemSim automatically sets the angle to 0 degrees, and since this is a single facet, there are no indices needed. Position the cutting plane right at the center top, or even easier, just click the central meet point and it will snap perfectly. Confirm it, and just like that, our round brilliant is complete. Congratulations! You've just faceted a complete round brilliant stone from start to finish, all using GemSim. We learned how to add tiers, adjust angles and indices, reuse tiers, and precisely cut to meet points, just like in real gem cutting. Coming up in episode 4, we'll show you how to take the gem you've just created and export it into iJewel 3D, another free online tool to render stunning photorealistic images of your gem and share them with the world. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more faceting magic.